I bring you greetings from Nigeria for this celebration of the World Day of Prayer. We are all aware that the resources for this year's prayers were prepared by Nigeria. And our theme, I will give you rest. Come. Before I proceed, let me say a little bit about Nigeria. Nigeria is Africa's most populous nation and a major West African country. Nigeria is known for a rich diversity, significant natural resources, especially oil and gas, and her vibrant culture. The capital of Nigeria is in Abuja, and the economic hub and the largest city is Lagos in the southwest. There are a lot of security issues in some parts of Nigeria. There is constant kidnapping and killing of innocent souls. Farmers are afraid to go to the farm. Worshippers are afraid to go to church. I must clarify that the killings and kidnappings are not limited to Christians alone. People of other religions are also affected. The Bible verse for this year is an invitation for the weary burdened to find rest in Him by taking His yoke, which is gentle and easy. It is an invitation for those exhausted by the effort of trying to please God through legalism, or who are weighed down by life's struggles. The burden can also refer to the heavy rules and conditions imposed by religious leaders. I will give you rest. Jesus promises relief and rest by helping people understand God's true expectations, freeing them from false and oppressive ideas. The rest is found in finding comfort and hope in Him, even if external circumstances don't change immediately. Take my yoke upon you. The yoke is a metaphor for a person's authority and guidance. Taking Jesus' yoke is to submit to His authority and follow His example, not to be enslaved by a heavy burden. A yoke was custom fitted. Therefore, Jesus' yoke is tailored, not oppressive. His yoke is easy in contrast to the heavy burdens of the hypocritical religious leaders of our time. You will find rest for your souls. This is a promise of spiritual refreshment and restoration that comes from His leadership and teachings. In the midst of all the challenges we face as human beings across the world, especially as women, reading through the resources prepared from Nigeria, the constant kidnapping and other security challenges, it is the women and children that suffer more. Reading through the stories of victories to blessings, to Jato, the burdens of poverty and despair, as recounted by blessing, the burden of systemic oppression as explained by Beatrice, And the burden of religious persecution as told by DRAE. This is also the story of many other women in Australia, in Canada, the United States of America, in East and West Africa, in the United Kingdom, including Germany. In fact, across all continents of the world. In the midst of all of this, there is a reassuring voice speaking to us from the scriptures. Matthew 11:28. The words of reassurance from our Savior Jesus Christ in his invitation, I will give you rest. The invitation is key. It offers us rest for our weary souls. And don't we need that rest? Thomas More, in his book, Care of the Soul, he claimed that the greatest malady of our time, implicated in all of our troubles and affecting us individually and socially, is loss of soul. When the soul is neglected, it doesn't just go away. It appears symptomatically in obsessions, in violence, and loss of meaning. It is this soul that Jesus has invited to come to him, to find rest and to be calm. It is only in Jesus we can find rest for our souls. We can't buy it. There is no pill for it. Rest for our weary souls can only be found through our faith and through our relationship with Jesus. And so as we celebrate this year's World Day of Prayer, I leave us with this little prayer that the Lord in his infinite mercy will calm the storms across all continents of the world. That the Lord in his infinite mercy will restore peace where there is no peace. We hand over all of the world's human beings, and especially the women and girls in all of those countries where there is insecurity. We ask God to take total and absolute control. And I say this benediction in my language. Oore ọ̀fẹ́ Jésù Kristi Olúwa wa. Ìfẹ́ mímọ́ ti Ọlọ́run àti ìdàpọ̀ ti Ẹ̀mí Mímọ́ kí ó máa bá gbogbo wa gbé láti ìgbà yìí lọ àti títí láéláé. Àmín. Thank you all.